Good evening and welcome to the news. First, the headlines. Prime Minister Modi says development of new cities and modernization of existing ones, two most important aspects of urban development. Meghalaya constituency in West Jaintia Hills district recorded the highest voting percentage at 92.73%, says CEO FR Kharkongor. And counting at two locations for the 16 assembly constituencies of East Khasi Hills. The news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today stressed that urban planning is the need of the hour for a fast-progressing country like India. It will determine the country's destiny in Amrit Kal. Sharing his remarks at a post-budget webinar on urban planning, development and sanitation, he said the union budget of 2023-24 has a special focus on urban planning and infrastructure development. He said, new cities being developed will create a new identity for India in the 21st century, adding that with India urbanizing rapidly, it is important to build infrastructure that is futuristic. Modi highlighted that transport planning, urban infrastructure planning and water management are some areas to focus on in urban planning.
अर्बन डेवलपमेंट में अर्बन प्लानिंग और अर्बन गवर्नेंस दोनों की बहुत बड़ी भूमिका होती है। शहरों की खराब प्लानिंग या प्लान बनने के बाद उसकी सही इंप्लीमेंट न होना हमारी विकास यात्रा के सामने बड़ी चुनौतियां पैदा कर सकता है। अर्बन प्लानिंग के तहत आने वाली स्पेशल प्लानिंग हो, ट्रांसपोर्ट प्लानिंग हो, अर्बन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्लानिंग हो, वाटर मैनेजमेंट हो, इन सभी एरियाज में बहुत फोकस वे में काम करना जरूरी है।
In Nagaland, preparations are afoot for error-free counting of votes tomorrow, March 2nd. Official sources informed that counting will start at 8 a.m. tomorrow. First of all, postal ballots will be counted and EVMs will be opened after half an hour. The Election Commission of India has deployed counting observers besides general observers to monitor the entire counting process in the state. A total of 16 counting centres have been set up. In Meghalaya, all arrangements have been made for the counting of votes tomorrow. The counting will be held at 13 counting centres across 12 districts and also at one subdivision in the state. In Tripura, the counting of votes will be held tomorrow in 21 centres meant for 60 assembly constituencies. 3-tier security measures have been provided across centres in the state. The Chief Electoral Officer, Frederick Roy Kharkongor, informed that Meghalaya constituency in West Jaintia Hills district recorded the highest voting percentage at 92.73%, Rajabala 92.66%, while South Shillong in East Khasi Hills district recorded the lowest with 62.1% and East Shillong at 64.69%. Kharkongor also informed that the state average is 85.25% without counting the postal ballots. Including postal ballots, the total percentage is 85.51%. Out of the 7 constituencies in the Jaintia Hills region, 5 recorded over 90% turnout. 2 constituencies of eastern West Khasi Hills district also recorded over 90% turnout. In the Garo Hills region, the voting percentage was recorded over 90%. The CEO also informed that there are 13 counting centres in the state, 12 counting centres are in the district headquarters and 1 is at Sora subdivision.
Meghalaya constituency and West Jaintia Hills district, which recorded 92.73%. Meghalaya. Apo 1 baar gadi Rajabala. Rajabala apo West Garo Hills gadi 92.66%. The lowest is the South Shillong. South Shillong gadi 4.10. Kandikan East Shillong 64.69%. The lowest is South Shillong, 94.8 North, but second lowest, Kadiga East Shillong, 64.69%.
The Deputy Commissioner of East Khasi Hills District, S.C. Sadhu, informed that there will be 2 counting locations in East Khasi Hills, one in Shillong at Polo for 14 assembly constituencies and the second in Sora for 2 constituencies in Sora Civil Subdivision. The district administration has made elaborate arrangements and has followed all security protocols and the protocol for people who will be allowed inside the counting hall, along with the training for counting staff and micro-observers who will be deployed at each table has been completed. The district administrations have also made an arrangement for smooth traffic so that there should be no inconvenience to the public.
We have 2 counting locations for 14 assembly constituencies here in Shillong, in Polo, and for 2 constituencies in Sohra Civil Subdivision. We have made elaborate arrangements in terms of all security protocols to ensure that law and order is not disturbed in any of the areas in the district, and also smooth traffic arrangements are being arranged so that there should not be any inconvenience to the normal public.
Meghalaya BJP State President Ernest Mauri, while giving his reactions on exit poll, said that there is no party who will get a majority in Meghalaya. He also said that in the last election, the MDA government was formed with a coalition partner. He said that it is very clear that no one can form the government without the BJP. If the BJP comes up with double digits, he said that the BJP will form the government with a like-minded party. BJP is for development and peace, and people now want change and development, he added.
It's very clear. Without the BJP, no one can form the government in Meghalaya. That is very clear message. And if we come in double digit, we will form the government with a like-minded party. The BJP is for the development and peace.
The 17 North Shillong NPP candidate Ransam Sutnga said that the NPP is expecting to have the full majority with a magic number of 31. But based on the exit poll, he said that he hoped they would get 26 seats. If there is a hung assembly, then the decision of coalition will be taken by the party. But he expressed hope that the NPP will get an absolute majority.
We have expectation that our party, will get that magic number, and that magic number is 31. And once we get that magic number, definitely we will form a government. If there's a hung assembly, we will have to, to find any support from any party. So this decision only will be taken by the party. And I hope that the party will take the best decision.
And a quick look at the weather report now. The maximum temperature recorded was 20.8 degrees Celsius, the minimum 9.5 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity in the morning was 63%, while that in the evening rose by 3% to 66%. The forecast: weather is likely to remain dry. Our news bulletin is also available live on our YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. In addition to watching on television, viewers may visit the DD News Shillong YouTube channel to tune in to our daily bulletin. And another look at the headlines before we wind up. Prime Minister Modi says development of new cities and modernization of existing ones, 2 most important aspects of urban development. All preparations in place for counting of votes for Nagaland, Meghalaya and Tripura tomorrow. Meghalaya constituency in West Jaintia Hills district recorded the highest voting percentage at 92.73%, says CEO FR Karkumar. and counting at 2 locations for the 16 assembly constituencies of East Khasi Hills. Well, viewers, that's all we have in this edition of the Bulletin. Join us again tomorrow evening for more news and updates.